Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Or found yourself avoiding activities you used to enjoy because your body just doesn't keep up like it used to? You're not alone. Aging is a part of life, but here's the truth. Getting older doesn't mean you have to slow down, feel weak, or accept a decline in your health. In fact, science shows that small, simple habits can add years. Yes, actual years of good health to your life. And today we're talking about 7 of the most powerful ones. Now, I want you to picture this. Imagine waking up every morning full of energy, free from aches and pains, and excited for the day ahead. Imagine staying independent, sharp, and full of life well into your 70s, 80s, or even 90s. The good news? It's completely possible, and it starts with the daily choices you make. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's talk about the first habit that can make a real difference in how you age. All right, let's get into it. Habit number 1, moving your body every single day. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not 25 anymore. I can't run marathons or lift heavy weights. And that's perfectly okay. You don't need to. The key isn't intense exercise, it's consistent movement. Studies show that just 30 minutes of gentle movement a day, whether it's walking, stretching, or even dancing in your living room, can reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Think about it. Your body was made to move. The more you keep it in motion, the better it functions. And don't worry if you haven't exercised in years. It's never too late to start. In fact, research from the National Institute on Aging found that people who start exercising in their 60s and 70s still gain significant health benefits, even if they've never worked out before. So, what can you do today? Start small. Try a 10-minute morning walk around your neighborhood. Stretch while watching TV. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. The secret isn't about pushing yourself too hard. It's about keeping your body engaged little by little every day. And before you know it, you'll feel stronger, have more energy, and yes, even add more years to your life. But that's just the beginning. If movement is the key to keeping your body young, what about your brain? That brings us to the second habit, and this one is absolutely crucial. Let's talk about protecting your brain and keeping your memory sharp. Tell me, have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to remember a name that was just on the tip of your tongue? It's frustrating, right? And for many, it's also a little scary. But here's the thing, memory lapses don't mean your brain is failing. In fact, your brain is just like a muscle. It needs exercise to stay strong. Studies show that people who actively challenge their brains every day are far less likely to develop dementia or Alzheimer's. And the best part? You don't need complicated brain games or expensive courses. Something as simple as learning a new skill, reading, or even doing puzzles can strengthen the neural pathways in your brain, keeping it sharp for years to come. Think of it like this. Your brain craves stimulation. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. So whether it's picking up a new hobby, trying a crossword puzzle, or even learning a new language, keeping your brain active literally keeps you younger. And here's a fun challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Sounds silly, right? But it actually forces your brain to create new connections, which strengthens your cognitive function over time. Give it a try and let me know how it goes in the comments. Now, so far, we've covered movement and brain health. But what about fueling your body the right way? Because if you're not giving your body the right nutrients, all the exercise and brain games in the world won't be enough. That's why the third habit is all about what's on your plate. And trust me, this one is a game changer. So we've talked about the power of movement and keeping your brain sharp. Now let's dive into something that affects every single part of your body, what you eat. Here's the truth. After 60, your body doesn't process food the same way it used to. Your metabolism slows down, your digestion changes, and your nutrient needs shift. And yet, many people continue eating the same way they did in their 30s and 40s. That's a big mistake, because what you put on your plate today directly affects how you feel tomorrow. Your energy, your weight, your heart health, even your memory. So let's talk about habit number 3, eating the right foods to fuel a longer life. Now, I'm not about to tell you to go on a strict diet or give up everything you love. That's unrealistic. And frankly, life's too short for that. But making a few simple changes can add years to your life. And more importantly, make those years healthy and vibrant. Let's start with something small but powerful, adding more colorful foods to your plate. Think about it. What do fresh berries, leafy greens, and vibrant orange carrots have in common? They're loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that protect your cells from aging. Scientists have found that seniors who eat a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables have lower risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even certain cancers. And here's a simple rule to remember. The more natural color on your plate, the better. If most of your meals are made up of brown or beige foods, think white bread, pasta, fried foods, you're missing out on the nutrients your body needs to stay strong. But it's not just about what to add. It's also about what to avoid. One of the biggest culprits that accelerate aging? Excess sugar. I know. Desserts, pastries, and sweet treats are hard to resist. But too much sugar inflames your body, damages your cells, and speeds up aging. In fact, studies show that sugar plays a huge role in memory loss, joint pain, and even wrinkles. So here's an easy swap. Instead of reaching for a sugary snack, try nuts, berries, or a piece of dark chocolate. Your body and your brain, our brain will thank you. Now that we've tackled food, let's talk about something just as important: how well you rest. Think back to the last time you got a truly restful night of sleep. Not just lying in bed, tossing and turning, but deep, restorative sleep. If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. Sleep problems become more common as we age. And yet, sleep is one of the most powerful tools for staying younger, longer. That's why habit number 4 is all about prioritizing good sleep. Here's what happens when you don't get enough deep sleep. Your body can't properly repair itself. Your immune system weakens. Your brain struggles to process and store memories. And over time, poor sleep can increase your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. But the good news, fixing your sleep is easier than you think. One of the simplest tricks is keeping a consistent sleep schedule. That means going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Even on weekends, your body loves routine, and a stable sleep schedule helps regulate your internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Another powerful trick? Limit screen time before bed. I get it, scrolling through your phone or watching TV before bed can feel relaxing. But the blue light from screens actually tricks your brain into staying awake. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calming music, or doing some light stretching before bed. Your sleep will improve almost instantly. And if you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, try deep breathing exercises. A simple practice like inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds can calm your nervous system and help you fall back asleep faster. Now that we've covered movement, brain health, food, and sleep, let's move on to something just as critical: staying connected with others. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had a truly meaningful conversation? Not just small talk, but a deep, heartfelt conversation where you felt heard and connected? Because here's the thing. Loneliness is one of the biggest health risks for seniors. Studies show that social isolation is just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's why habit number 5 is all about staying socially active. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go out every night or force yourself to be around people constantly. But having even 1 or 2 close connections, whether it's family, friends, or a community group, can make a huge difference in how you age. Research shows that seniors who stay socially active have lower risks of depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. And it makes sense, right? When you're engaged in good conversation, sharing laughter, or even just feeling heard, your brain releases oxytocin, a natural mood booster that reduces stress and inflammation in the body. So here's your challenge. Reach out to someone today. Call an old friend. Join a local club. Even a short chat with a neighbor can brighten your day and improve your health. And if you struggle with social anxiety or don't know where to start, volunteering is one of the best ways to meet people and stay engaged. Plus, it gives you a sense of purpose, which is another key factor in living a long, fulfilling life. Now we've covered 5 habits so far: moving daily, keeping your brain sharp, eating well, sleeping better, and staying socially active. But there are 2 more powerful habits that can add even more healthy years to your life. And trust me, these last 2 might surprise you. We've already covered 5 life-changing habits that can help you live longer and feel better every single day. But now let's talk about 2 final habits that often get overlooked, but might just be the most powerful of them all. These last 2 habits aren't just about the body, they're about the mind, the heart, and the way you approach life itself. Let's start with something that can completely transform how you feel: managing stress and staying positive. Here's something you might not know. Chronic stress can shorten your lifespan by years. It's not just about feeling overwhelmed or anxious. It actually affects your body on a deep cellular level. Stress releases high levels of cortisol, a hormone that, over time, can weaken your immune system, damage your heart, and even shrink areas of your brain related to memory. And let's be real, life doesn't stop throwing challenges our way just because we get older. Bills, family issues, health concerns, stress is always there. But how you respond to it, that's what makes the difference. That's why habit number 6 is all about managing stress and maintaining a positive outlook. Now, I'm not saying you have to be happy every second of the day. That's impossible. But finding ways to handle stress and cultivate a positive mindset can literally add years to your life. So how do you do it? Here are 3 simple but powerful ways. First, practice gratitude. It might sound too simple, but it works. Studies show that people who take just a few minutes each day to focus on what they're grateful for experience lower stress levels, better heart health, and even improved sleep. So try this. Every morning, before you get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. It can be big or small: your home, a good friend, even just a beautiful sunrise. Starting your day with gratitude shifts your focus from stress to positivity. Second, breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly. Do this a few times and you'll immediately feel more relaxed. Deep breathing signals your brain that you're safe, reducing stress hormones instantly. Third, let go of what you can't control. This one is tough, but it's a game changer. So many of us spend energy worrying about things we can't change. Other people's actions, the past, even things happening in the world that we have no power over. But here's a little secret. Worrying won't change the outcome. It just steals your peace. So when you catch yourself worrying about something you can't control, remind yourself, this is out of my hands, and that's okay. Managing stress and keeping a positive mindset isn't just about feeling good. It's about protecting your body, your heart, and your brain so you can enjoy more years in good health. And now we've reached the final habit. This one might surprise you, but it's backed by science and the world's longest living people. The 7th and final habit for a longer, healthier life: having a sense of purpose. Think about it. Why do some people seem to stay vibrant and energetic well into their 80s and 90s, while others decline much earlier? A big reason is purpose. When you have a reason to wake up at every day, whether it's a passion, a goal, or simply being there for your loved ones, your body and mind stay engaged, active, and strong. In fact, research on blue zones, the regions of the world where people live the longest, shows that having a strong sense of purpose can add up to 7 extra years to your life. So what does that look like for you? Maybe it's volunteering in your community. Maybe it's teaching your grandkids something valuable. Maybe it's taking up a new hobby, starting a small garden, or even writing your life story. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just has to be something that brings you joy and keeps you engaged with life. And if you feel like you've lost your purpose, it's never too late to find a new one. Take a moment to ask yourself, what excites me? What makes me feel useful? What do I enjoy doing? Finding that answer and acting on it could be the key to a longer, happier life. So there you have it. 7 powerful habits that can add 10 more healthy, active years to your life. Let's quickly recap. Move your body every day. Keep your brain sharp. Eat for longevity. Prioritize deep sleep. Stay socially connected. Manage stress and stay positive. Find and nurture a sense of purpose. Now the big question, which habit will you start working on today? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because remember, aging is inevitable, but how you age, that's in your hands. Here's to a long, happy, and healthy life. See you in the next video.